Well, you lot, good morning to you all. It's a lovely Monday morning, and it's 5:20 in the morning, and I'm stuck in traffic on the way. I literally just come away from where I live, and here I go, bit of traffic. But I don't know what it's all about. Not normally traffic at 5:20 in the morning. I'm assuming it's because there's some sort of accident, but we'll find out when we get there. Not good. Never mind, we'll find out. Hope everyone's alright and had a good day. Well, good day. It ain't even bloody daytime yet. Well, it might be in a different country, who knows? Yeah, looks like a lorry stuck there. Oh well, now at least we can get on and move on. Bloody lorries, what are they doing stuck there? Here we go. Wow, there's a lorry. And you know what? There's meant to be, at the moment, there's meant to be a shortage of lorry drivers, you know, HGV drivers at the moment, and I think there's a shortage of other stuff as well, but they're going on about the shops are being, you know, short of stock because there's no drivers. And I mean, like, you know, my opinion, look, here comes another lorry. Look, I don't know what nationality that one is. We'll have a look as it goes past my dirty window. Look like PL, so that's Polish. It's a Polish lorry there. Another one coming out, that's an English lorry, that one's English. That one is also English. English? No, it weren't English, that one, I think it might have been, I'm not sure. So there's a lot of lorries, a lot of them. And you know, I don't know how many of you will agree with my opinion on the situation. I mean, my opinion is it's down to probably a mixture of things if there is a shortage, but we'll have a look. So you probably got like a mixture of the old timers. The old timers are probably retiring and things like that. You got a lot of the foreign drivers for the English companies all going back home to their countries because they've realised that, you know, it's not all roses here in England. But the trouble is, I mean, don't forget, and if you don't know already, that I usually work with lorry drivers on a daily basis. And this is just my opinion from what I see. All these companies are all bringing in new drivers, yeah, normally young people, a lot younger than me. You know, 18, 19, or I think you have to be 20, at least 21 to drive a lorry. So they're, you know, young, 21, 22, and I think a lot of them don't actually want to be doing any work. That's the trouble. A lot of them don't want to be doing any work, and so you get a lot of them probably not lasting very long in their jobs. I've noticed that. You know, you get a new driver turn up on a job and you think, alright, fair enough, you know, and he lasts about a week, then he disappears, and you think, oh, I must have got sent on another job. And then you find out from his other colleagues that he got the sack, or he quit because he didn't like it, it was too much hard work or whatever. But then you get the ones that, you know, they just don't do, they're just not interested at all. So the reason that there's a shortage now, and what they're doing now, apparently, like, right, I don't know how true this is, I haven't actually done it, but I've heard from another lorry driver that he's working where I work, and he says, so what they're doing is, now, they're cutting some of the aspects out of the tests that you have to do in order to get your license. So, and apparently, crazy enough, I mean, trust me, a lot of the lorries that I work with, not all but a lot of, are just rigid, yeah? So they're tipper lorries, and I mean, they're just rigid. They haven't got a trailer, they're not articulated, they're rigid, right? And a lot of them, they can't reverse them for the life of them, right? They're reversing all over the place, reversing up walls, into other lorries, into walls, over the edge of bloody things, you know, up bund walls. They're a nice bund wall, obvious to see, and the lorry will come and reverse up it. I didn't see it. So, but now they're taking out of the test the part of it where you have to reverse and prove that you can reverse. What? So we're going to be getting a lot of lorry drivers that can't reverse because they haven't been tested on it. Just to try and get them in. It's mad, man. What needs to happen is, I'll tell you what needs to happen. What needs to happen is, the companies who run these lorries, they do need to pay a decent wage. I mean, I'm not entirely sure what they pay. I think all companies are probably different. I know that paying by the load has mostly been abolished, and some companies still do it, but mostly now they get paid by the hour, I think. But you need to pay a decent wage as well. But you just need to get a load of English drivers that want to do the job in on it, and they'll stay doing that for a long time. That's what needs to happen. But it's not just a shortage of lorry drivers, there's a shortage of plant drivers as well. That's mainly because, again, you get the younger generation, and some of the older generation as well, but mostly the younger generation. But they're not interested in doing the work. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to do the job. They want to do as minimal as possible. And then you get some of them that just aren't any good. They're just no good. They're not cut out for that kind of work. And so, you know, that means that they don't last very long. At the moment, as far as plant goes, it seems to be that all the old timers are retiring, coming out of it because they're retirement age. And then, so the new generation, younger than me, you know, 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, are coming in and starting it. But they haven't got the mindset, the work ethic of doing a day's work. They just want to sit around and do minimal as possible. I've had the same situation here on the job where I'm on now. There's a 21-year-old kid turned up to do a bit of work, didn't want to do nothing, just sort of sat around, didn't want to do no work, nothing. So it's a bit of a situation at the moment, but I don't know, man. As far as the HGV goes and the lorry drivers go, I think a lot of the trouble is the people just don't want to do the work, and the ones they do get in are crap. Not everyone's cut out for everything. That's what you got to understand. You know, not everyone's cut out for doing a certain job. You get people who are cut out for doing office jobs. People are cut out for doing like building, manual jobs. Some people are cut out for driving jobs. But you need to get the right kind of people. All the foreigners go home and do jobs in their own countries, which is what's starting to happen. And then, you know, we need to find a lot of English people to drive English lorries that want to do the work. That's what needs to happen. I think it's down to parents teaching their kids about work ethic, you know, and getting them a goal, getting them a goal for a job that they want to do, you know. That's what needs to happen as well, because a lot of the time the parents, they're not interested in telling their kids what they want to, you know, getting them a goal. You know, oh, let my kid do whatever he wants to do, my kid can do whatever they want to do, and then they go and bloody do a nothing, or, you know, it's weird really. But over the time 10 years that I've been working with lorry drivers, I've lost a lot of respect for them, to be honest. You know, a lot of them are just weird. I don't know, I can't explain it. You got to remember, that's just from what I see, you know. And when I said about the drivers, the new generation of drivers not wanting to do any work, that's just what I see, because I might get one, come into the job, and I'll, you know, and he'll come up and I'll say, all right, drive, I want you to go over there, turn around on that turning pad, reverse back and just tip at that face. And they'll look at me blankly and go, I ain't here for all that, mate. I'm just here to drop off this load of muck. What do you mean you're not here for all that, mate? That is where it's being tipped. And they're like, oh, I'm not going all the way over there. What? You know what I mean? Their job is to deliver the material and tip it where it needs to be tipped. But a lot of them, they just don't want it, they're not interested. You can make a road, a nice road, you put a lot of thought into it, or how the tip is set out and the layout of it. And they come along, no interest in actually like putting any effort into it, come along. I call them dogs with diarrhea, because they run around and all of a sudden just stop and tip up in a random place, you know. Well, you meant to tip over there. Oh, well, I'm not going all the way over there. I'm only here to drop this off, and I got to go off. I got to go. You don't turn up to a bloody building site and tip a load of cement in the middle of the road, do you? Just because you couldn't be bothered to take it where they want it. You know what I mean? I know my opinion might be harsh, but it's not. In fact, it's not even just my opinion. It's physically what I see on a daily basis. Thankfully, on this job, I haven't got lorries with me. I mean, I don't like working with lorries because of the drivers. But I think if the modern generation of people, the modern generation of kids or young adults, were to have a bit of a better work ethic and actually wanted to do some work, we wouldn't be in this situation. We'd have loads of drivers for lorries delivering supermarket food and other stock. You know, it's not just tipper drivers that are idiots. We'd have all the ones that would have good people. The modern generation don't want to do any actual work. They just want to sit around in an office all day long. I'll catch you later on. Alright, you lot. It's been raining all day long, and it's time to go home now, so take a little trip down the old wet roads, see what we got. I do like driving in the rain. It's like all nice and cosy, you know, you're all cosy and warm in your car, and away you go, you know. Lovely. We love it, eh? Won't be long and it'll be getting dark in the evening as well. Do you reckon those flats up there, look, they've got like little balconies right over hanging onto the road there, look, they can see everything. I wonder if it gets noisy at night or in the daytime or whenever, you know, all the lorries and cars going up and down. Well, there we go. And that car's just gone down a bus only lane. Here we go then, bit of traffic. I was expecting that because apparently the police closed the road, so never mind. Another car went down that bus only road, right, but you can turn around at the end, but funnily enough there's a camera there, and I think if you go down there in a car you get on the camera, and then I think you might get a fine. I don't know. Some people get a bit desperate though, don't they? Crazy really. So what's your opinions then about the you know, the lorry drivers, the HGV driver thing, you know, about them taking away the aspect of the test where you have to reverse, so there'll be no reversing, no testing of reversing in the test, but obviously a big aspect of driving a lorry is reversing. You got to reverse into bays, reverse when you're unloading, you got to reverse everywhere. So what's your opinions on that then, and what's your opinions on my opinion? Going out for a jog in the rain, look, what's that all about? Going out for a jog in the rain. Another one, look, I've just realised they stopped and panicked. Yeah, there's a camera up there, see? They stopped and panicked and now they're going up the curb. What's that all about? Some people get very desperate, man. It's like bus onlys can go over there as well. That's the bridge. Go over that in the morning to come here. So look, there's a bus. There's a bus coming over there now, look. Hello, Mr. Bus. Lovely job. It's nice today because although it's been raining all day long, it's still really warm. Some would say it's like muggy. Well, I suppose it is humid, yeah, but it's still really warm, so it's nice. We needed a bit of rain, man. We hadn't had rain in months, well not months, but weeks. You know, we hadn't had rain in a long time, so it's nice to have some rain. It's messed everything up, you know. It's messed work up and everything like that, but that is what it is, you know what I mean? But it's been a good old day, I think. So that's the bridge what goes in that direction, and it only goes in one direction. If you want to go in the other direction, you have to use the tunnel. and the tunnel obviously goes underneath and goes in the other direction. And if you just for one direction, for one crossing in one way, if you're in a car, you have to pay £2.50. I think a motorbike is £1, I might be wrong, and a lorry's £5, I think, per crossing. So if you're in a car and you go across one way, like I do in the morning to work, and then you go back the other way through the tunnel, it costs you £5 per day. So yeah, pretty crazy really, but that's the way it is, and that's what it is. And then they go and close it. They used to have actual like tolls, like, well, they had barriers. You'd come down the road, you'd stop at the barrier, you talk to the little person and pay, or if you had the right change, you just chuck it in a basket. But then that was causing a lot of traffic, and it did do for years. So then they got rid of the barriers and the tolls, and now it's all done by ANPR cameras, and it bills you automatically, and you pay it through the internet. And that way as well, like if you don't pay, then, because obviously there's barriers before, so you couldn't get through unless you smashed the barrier down. But nowadays you just drive through, and then it picks up your number plate and it sends you a bill to your address. Because it's obviously you're all on the system, aren't you, with your number plate and all that. And if you don't pay it, you get a £70. You have to pay it by midnight the night after you go over. And if you don't pay it, you have to pay a £70 fine. Yep. There is accounts and things you can do. You get a little bit of a discount and whatever, but generally speaking, it's £2.50 per crossing for a car. Pretty crazy, eh? Oh man, it's crazy really. Everyone, that car in front there just pushed in front of me, and he went up the curb to make sure he pushed in front as well. And then you got all the other ones bibbing at each other. It is comical. Oh man, that one in that Ford up there, that one there, he's an idiot. He's the one that pushed in front of me, and now he's not let any of these cars in. Look, he's still arguing with that one over there. He's not letting any of them in. See, you can tell people's true colours, I think, you know, when you can tell he's an idiot because of the way he pushed into me without even like indicating or even looking at me or waving or doing anything. He just pushed in and went up the curb, and then he's looking around. He looks like an idiot, and you can tell he was, because he's just pushed everyone else out of the way. It's sad to see, you know, other human beings go like that when they get in cars. I don't know, you lot. I'm looking at all the cars of these people going past me, and they're all wearing coats and things in their cars. Oh bloody hell, I'm in a t-shirt and I've got the air conditioning on, man. I'm sweating like an absolute pig. Anyway, that's why I like doing this camera here, because I can strap you right now. You can see my arm. You're strapped to my wrist at the moment. That's brilliant. You're strapped to my wrist. I'm leaning my arm on the side of the door, and that's it. It's perfect. Couldn't ask for better than that. Anyway, yeah, let me know what your opinions are on the lorry thing. Like I say, it's just the facts that I see in my day-to-day life. That's why I said what I said. It's the facts that I see. And so, you know, let me know what your opinions are. Perhaps you are a lorry driver. Perhaps you're, you know, if you're a lorry driver, that's even better. Give me your insider's opinion on the industry and what's going on and the reasons why you think there's a shortage, if there is a shortage. Well, I think there probably is. And the reasons why the new generation, obviously not all painted with the same brush, but the reasons why the new generation of drivers, you know, if they spent as much time actually doing a good job than to what they do just being lazy and arrogant and not interested, you know, they'd be bloody good people, bloody good, you know, drivers. You know, what's your opinion? All the old timers I see, they're brilliant. A lot of the old timers that come along been doing it for 50, well, they would have been, but for 30 or 40 years, you know, fantastic. It's just the new generation, you know, the 21-year-olds that come along and they just want to sit in the seat. They want to sit in the seat and turn the steering wheel. They don't want to actually do anything else that comes along with the job that they have to do. That's the thing. But anyway, let me know your opinions on it. And I'm going to work on some more camera angles where I can put this camera so I can talk to you a lot while I'm driving, because this is brilliant, because I can talk to you while I'm driving now. I've got it strapped to my wrist, I ain't got to worry about nothing. And yeah, I can actually talk to you while we're going along, because before I couldn't. Before, when I had to hold the camera, you know, I had to stop and pull over and then talk to you lot. Now we can have chats while we're going down the road. Brilliant. Anyway, I'll catch you on the next one, you lot. All the best and enjoy yourselves. And yeah, see you later.